So this tutorial deals with mixed numbers and top-heavy fractions and how we turn one into the other. A mixed number looks a bit like this. Have a look at question 1 there. 4 3/5. And a top-heavy fraction looks a bit like this. Look at question 2. 13/4. Just the top is bigger than the bottom. Okay, so how do we go from mixed numbers to top-heavy fractions? Well, we multiply the big number by the bottom. We then add that to the top and write it as a top-heavy fraction. Okay, so let's have a go. In this first one here, we take the big number, that's the 4, that's 4 wholes, and we multiply it by the 5. Why do we do that? Well, that tells me that 4 is in fact 20/5. Okay, it is 20/5. We then add, as it says in step 2, or key point 2, we add the 3, and that gives us 23. So we have 23/5 in total, and we can say that 4 3/5 is 23/5. And we're done. Right, what about going the other way? Let's express 13/4 as a mixed number. Okay, well, the question we have to ask ourselves, let's have a look at the key points, is how many times does 4 go into 13? So we divide the top by the bottom, that's the 13 by the 4, and we get a whole number and a remainder. And the whole number is the big number, and the remainder goes over the bottom next to it. So, quite simply, we say, right, let's do 4 into 13. If you're not sure how to do that, you can always do it by multiplying. We can say that 1 times 4 is 4, 2 times 4 is 8, 3 times 4 is 12, and 4 times 4 is 16, which means we've gone too far. So 4 goes into this 3 times, but 4 3s are only 12, so there is a remainder of 1. So 1 left over, if you like. And as soon as we've done that, we can now say that 13/4 is in fact 3 wholes and 1/4, 1 left over as it were. So 3 1/4. Right, if you're happy with that, then press stop and do something else. I will do a couple more questions just to emphasize what we're talking about. So here are questions 3 and 4. First thing we need to do is express 2 4/11 as a top-heavy fraction. I'm not doing anything different here. I'm just going to multiply the big number by the bottom. Okay, so 2 times 11, and that's 22. So what we're saying there is that 2 is 22/11, but we've also got another 4/11, so we're going to add the 4 on there. Okay, and 22 plus 4 is 26, and so we can say 2 4/11 is 26/11. And one more, we're going to express 23/3 as a mixed number. And again, all we have to do is divide 3 into 23. Now, you may, as I say, do this by multiplication, or you may know that 3 7s are 21. So 3 into 23 goes 7 times with 2 left over. And it is, of course, 2/3 left over. So we can say 23/3 is equal to 7 and 2/3. And we are done. One more thing, and that is that people often refer to top-heavy fractions as improper fractions. There's nothing wrong with these fractions. They're not improper at all. Their tops are just bigger than their bottoms.